right, welcome back to Playing It Safe. It is a new year. It is 2022. We made it. It's
Sure
very
did.
exciting. And today I just wanted to talk about just it being a new year. And with it being a new year, a lot of people take this time to maybe do New Year's resolutions, maybe reevaluate their lives. I was looking online and just kind of looking at resolutions, and I found something that said that only about 7% of people actually stick with their New Year's resolution. And so I just wanted to kind of discuss that. And also, I was noticing that there was a professor from social psychology at the University of Bath. Yes, the University of Bath. It's a real place I looked. Uh, that talks about, the time and success for a resolution, and it's not necessarily having to be a new year. The professor Bass from Blanken, he stated that the success of resolution, which alters a habit, can hinge on finding the right moment to make the change. So I guess my question is it the right moment now? Do we wait to, January 1st? And by the time you guys hear this, it'll be about like the 10th. And so by that time, I want to know, are you still keeping with those, or are you going to restart those motivations? So, my question, Austin, do you ever do New Year's resolutions?
No, I don't. I actually, for the first time ever, kind of wanted to do one this year, and it was to pick up a new skill. And I wanted to start doing like boxing training and stuff, but in just in the garage shadow boxing, just and look up YouTube videos on how to do that. I found one that has like that's really credible, Box and Burn. This guy's a former world class boxer who does all the tutorials. So that's actually what I wanted to do, and not as a resolution, but just stuff I just wanted to do this year was to get back into making like my fitness videos and stuff again, and maybe do like really long form ones just about health and fitness in general. But yeah, that the only one that's actually a legit like New Year's resolution is the boxing training thing, just to pick up a new skill.
So, was it triggered by knowing that January 1st was coming?
Yeah, I was like, I do. I've always we've had like a punching bag, we've had all that stuff, and I've like hardly ever used it. And so it was just an excuse, like, all right, now I'll do that. And again with like the fitness channel stuff, I'll probably do some updates there, and it'll keep me maybe even keep me accountable to it. Since I'll be like, all right, I'm doing this thing. It's like now I've said it. It's out in the ether. Now I've got to follow up with it.
And when you say something and you throw it out there, does that help you stick with it, or
Um, I don't know. I haven't done before, so
I guess we shall find
we
out.
shall find out. How
We'll
about
find
you?
out in a couple future podcasts.
So,
Uh,
what have you decided?
so for me, so every year that comes, I guess I'm always trying to reevaluate what I'm doing. And to be quite honest, I've been getting a lot of anxiety lately, right? And I'm like, where is this anxiety coming from? And and you probably will, uh, say something to this as well. Is that I get when I get cooped up, or I feel like I am not doing much. Like, I know I'm a busy person, but when I feel like I'm not doing that much, I get anxiety, and I feel like, okay, it's time to reevaluate and figure out where is this anxiety coming from. And I realize it's just that I kind of feel a little complacent where I'm at, and
Mhm.
I need to keep striving for more, whatever that entails. So, not just podcasts, but I need to keep going for more. And I think a lot of it's been, we had another baby,
Mhm.
and as a woman, that's very tough on the body. So it's just like, what can I do? So going back to New Year's resolution is, I was like, yeah, I'm actually gonna try it. I'm gonna try it, and my New Year's resolution. Well, I had a couple things. One, I made goals, which we'll talk about in a second, like kind of different goals of what I want to do personally, as far as career wise, things of that nature. But then I actually did a weight loss one. And to keep accountable, I joined a weight loss challenge. It's a 90-day challenge. And I threw some money in there. It made me more accountable because there is a prize. And I am competitive. So I figured maybe this might be what I need to spark and trigger that motivation. And so far, have you seen me be motivated?
Yeah, pretty motivated. If you're doing, your meals are on point. You've been working out in in the garage constantly, multiple times a day and stuff. So definitely
And
seeing you
I
accountable.
I like literally cut out sugar and things of that nature. So far, it's been working. I've been motivated by seeing the progress, and I think that has really been helping me. I've been, it's only been about a week now, and I've already lost about 10 pounds, which like never really happens. But because I saw progress, it's keeping me motivated. And I think a lot of times people don't see progress on whatever they plan. And maybe that's why there's only about that 7%
Mm,
of people who keep to their New Year's resolution.
gotcha. Yeah, I think a lot of people, yeah, they don't like they don't plan it out, and they try to take it on in one big chunk rather than incrementally. But it just reminded me of something going back to what you said before about having anxiety and about not feeling complacent rather. Um, I think that's where a lot of people's anxieties come from. Uh, Even when they feel like the anxiety is coming from nowhere, like I just feel anxious, I don't know why. I think it's because they are feeling unfulfilled, but they're maybe not, take being self-aware enough to realize that that's what the reason is. I mean, it could be a myriad of other things too, but a lot of the time when people say that they are dealing with a high level of anxiety but don't know why, I think that's really why. So a lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time.
And I think too, it might be triggered by the holidays because we're all stuck on social media. Some of us have had time off, and you just see people living their best lives. And you start thinking, damn, I'm not living, I mean, you may feel you are living your best life, but then you might, we're always comparing. For some reason, we're always comparing. We're unhappy, like
Mhm.
based on, oh, I wish I had that. I wish I was in New York and celebrating, or I wish this. And so I think that's where some of that anxiety finally gets triggered.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think a lot of it is not being aware of where it comes from, and I think well, you should have people that are around you that might notice something different. For example, Austin keeps telling me, "What are you thinking about?" And usually I do that to him. I'm like, "What are you thinking about?" But he noticed that my behavior has changed, and so he keeps asking me probing questions like, "What's going on? What are you thinking about?" I can tell something's wrong, and that's how I'm like, "Man, my anxiety is really high. um, I'm just anxious all the time, and if I am not aware of it, many of us are not. It can be pretty bad. People can have anxiety attacks. They can, it can end. You can end up in the hospital. I've had panic attacks before and thought it was something much worse, and coming to find out it was, my own anxiety triggering it. And I think actually that it started a few weeks back because I got a really bad stomach pain, and I think I finally figured out it was my stress and anxiety triggering
Mhm.
that. Because every time I would get anxious, all of a sudden that pain will come back again. And I went to the actual urgent care with this. They put me on IV fluids and all this other stuff. But um, the doctor was like, you're not stressed, are you? And I'm like, damn, maybe I am stressed. And my stress is coming from my anxiety. And so it's a real thing. I know, like, it may look like I got my life put together, but Austin knows I stress all the time.
I mean, you do have your life put together, but you do have things you stress about.
I do stress out a lot, and I know I've mentioned this before in a previous podcast. On Sundays, I used to that would be my triggering point of getting super anxious. Remember, I could never enjoy a Sunday, not anymore, but
Mhm.
I used to never be able to enjoy Sundays because the anxiety of Monday starting over again freaked me out. Once Monday started, I was fine, but that whole day, I just dreaded. I don't know if it was afraid of failure or I don't know, the imposter syndrome kicked in. It was a lot to take. So now on Sundays we have Sunday Fun Day, and I think that Sunday Fun Day helps me. Um, I use quotation marks for those of you that can't see, but the Sunday Fun Day helps me stay balanced.
Mhm. And mind you, Sunday Funday is not like going out drinking Sunday Funday. Sunday Funday is we have
Uh,
watch TV, we watch a movie with the kids, we have pizza, and we relax, and there's no like pressure to have anything done on Sunday. It's just all low key, laid back.
Yeah, our fun days are different because we have children.
Yeah.
Pre-children, we used to do Sunday fun day. Go out with the fellows. I say fellows because it is his fellows, but I always got included on the. Go out to the beach, rent a
Oh
boat,
yeah,
have
that's
some
cool.
fun, that kind of stuff. But yeah, when you have kids, a lot different. But that definitely does help out. Now, the reason I just wanted to talk again, one is the new year, and does any of you listening have New Year's resolutions you're starting, or just goals you're reevaluating? Are you setting stuff up? Let us know what's going on, or how are you going to get there? What is your plan of action? And if you don't have one yet, by the time you're listening to this, we're already mid, January. It's never too late to start. And I think people for some reason feel okay. It's going to be a new year where really nothing really changes technically, besides the ending of the year. Um, but are you all gonna start something new? It's not too late to figure out some goals and some plans, and so I just keep that in mind. It's not too late. There's many opportunities, and just what is it that you're gonna go for? So Austin, you're going for your new videos you mentioned. I'm going for my challenge and my weight loss challenge. So we'll see how I stick with it. So I'm saying it out here for you all to keep myself accountable. And I'm also still thinking of what kind of goals I can make myself for the next few months. Not the whole year yet. I'm just literally doing months at a time. This challenge I'm doing is only 3 months long, 90 days. To keep myself accountable, I actually purchased also a 90-day notebook from Amazon. Just so I'm writing every day. It's something that it's like a journal, and it's only worth 90 days. I didn't get a whole year. I'm not trying to do that. I'm setting short-term goals. And so that's, by doing that, that's helping me out. So hopefully you all are, making your goals, and if you have any questions or ideas or anything you want to come across, feel free to email us at playingitsave000 at gmail.com. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and just pass the information along, and hopefully how someone else can benefit from this. So thank you. It's going to be a great year. I have a good feeling. At least I'm always going to try to make it a great year for myself. Hopefully, you all have a great year as well. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.